Well, as promised, here's a very short description of what my cataract is like for me. I'm sure everyone's is different, but this is what it's like for me. So it's in this eye, and it means that everything is just really, really blurry, apart from at about that distance, where weirdly everything is still sharp. A little bit cloudy, but sharp. Beyond that, things get really blurry, really, really quickly. The other eye's not great at distance, but it's a lot better. But interestingly, where everything just looks very, very blurry, what I've noticed is if I look at a point light, like a traffic light, for example, I don't just see a fuzz. What I see is, instead of, say, one red stoplight, I see like 7 or, I don't know, 10 or 11 reasonably sharp stoplights all around the centre of where that light actually is. So that's what my cataract does. It kind of, I don't know what the word would be, but it gives me lots and lots of copies of the thing all around the centre. And what that generally translates as is fuzz, lots of blur. And it affects me in a few ways. First of all, if I'm looking at you across the room, you'll see me, you'll know who I am, and I will look at you and I won't have a clue who you are. So I'm a bit less secure in social situations because I should be able to recognise the person I'm looking at across the room, and I don't. And also, I can feel my brain working harder than it normally is because my two eyes are doing two completely different things, and it's basically having to ignore this eye. So I can just feel my brain is working hard. I'm doing lots more processing wherever I am. This was my dominant eye, so it's basically having to ignore everything it gets from that eye. And it means sometimes I get double vision because I don't think this eye is pointing in the right direction because the brain's just saying, I'm not going to bother doing anything with that. You do your own thing. And also, it's quite unnerving when I am in an unusual place because I can't judge distance because you need two eyes for that. And so if I'm walking on uneven terrain, I'm actually quite unsure of myself because I can't really judge what my feet are doing. And what I thought I would do, just to show you how bad my eye is I've set up a completely scientific vision test. So, through the medium of the home board game, I've set up these games at these boxes at different distances. And just to let you know, through my right eye, I can't see any of them. So I can see that's just a white square and there's something dark grey in the bottom right. This is a yellow box with some colours on it. And down here is blue and there's some red fuzz at the top and in the middle. And down here, I can see that there are white letters at the top. And I can kind of see that there may be an O there. And then there's red and there's two human figures. And even if we go arm's length onto the much loved taco cat goat cheese pizza, I can't really read the letters on there at arm's length. And yeah, I'd have to go to about here to read the words on the back. So that's how bad my eyes are at the moment. What I've been told is that when the cataract's removed, what they actually do is remove the lens of your eye and replace it with an artificial lens. And it means I'll get my distance vision back in this eye, but I will lose my close-up vision. So annoyingly, where this eye is good at close-up but bad at distance, this eye will become great at distance but bad at close-up. So even after the operation, my eyes are going to still be doing different things. One's going to be blurry regardless of whether it's distance or close. So maybe I'll have a pair of glasses where one does the correction distance and one does the correction for close-up. I don't know. But that's what I've been told to expect. The op's on Tuesday. And so I will report back around about then.